A 90-day goal feels great when you first write it down. You choose the goal. You can see the finished version in your mind. Maybe you write out a few milestones. You feel a surge of confidence. And then Monday arrives. Your inbox is full. Your calendar is packed. A new idea shows up. A client needs something. Your family needs something. Something you never planned for suddenly becomes urgent. And by the end of the week, you've worked hard. You were busy, but your 90-day goal didn't move. And that's the problem most goal-setting advice never solves. A goal isn't a plan, and a plan isn't the work. And if you want to actually complete a 90-day project, you need a way to translate that bigger outcome into work you can see, schedule, and finish this week. Welcome to Focus, Finish, Grow with Bill Walker, a podcast for independent creatives who want to turn scattered ideas into focused action, consistent visibility, and real creative momentum. And today we're talking about how to take a 90-day goal and turn it into a clear weekly plan. Because those are two very different things. And confusing them is exactly why most goals never get finished. So first, why 90 days? Because 90 days is a manageable and meaningful period of time. It's long enough to build something real, to make real progress, to get real feedback, and to create real momentum. But it's also short enough to stay connected with reality. You can see the end from the beginning. You can adjust when things change. Or you can find out if your strategy is actually working before you've spent years building in the wrong direction. But a 90-day goal only becomes useful when you break it down. And that starts with one question. What does done look like? I mean, it's not, I want to grow my business, or I want to get more visible, and it's definitely not, I want to launch something. I mean, those are directions, and directions are important, but they're not outcomes. A clear 90-day outcome sounds more like this. I will launch version 1.0 of my course by September 30th. Or, I will publish 12 long-form YouTube videos by October 15th. Or, I will finish the first draft of my book by December 31st. Or, I will sign 5 new clients by August 15th. Having an exact end date, along with the answer to what does done look like, makes the work of working backwards so much easier. And working backward is exactly what you do next. You can now reverse engineer your 90-day goal. You need to ask what has to be completed by the end of month 3, and then move to what has to be done by the end of month 2, and then finally, what has to be done by the end of month 1. Now, you're not trying to predict every detail, but you are building the major sequence, the path that gets you there. So here's a simple example. Let's say your 90-day goal is to launch a course. So by the end of month 3, the course needs to be available for people to purchase. By the end of month 2, lessons need to be recorded, the sales page needs to be written, and the launch plan needs to be ready. And by the end of month 1, the course promise and the first lessons need to be planned. Your target audience also needs to be defined. Once that is all complete, you have a path. But here's where most people still get stuck. They understand the 90-day goal. They may even understand the monthly milestones. But Sunday night rolls around, and they still don't know what to actually work on this week. So here's the answer. Focus on the current milestone you're trying to reach. You don't need to carry the entire 90-day project in your mind each and every day. You just need to know your current stage and the stage you're working toward. Maybe this week, the goal is to finish the course outline. Maybe it's identifying your target market. Who are you trying to serve? Maybe it's to record the first 2 lessons. Your weekly plan should answer one question. What outcome would create meaningful progress toward the current milestone this week? And then that becomes your weekly win. A weekly win isn't a to-do list of everything you hope to accomplish. A weekly win is the one result that lets you honestly say, this week moved my project forward. Once you know your weekly win, break it into the smallest useful actions. Let's say your weekly win is complete the first draft of your course outline. That might look like this. Monday, clarify the course promise and transformation. Tuesday, outline modules 1 and 2. Wednesday, outline modules 3 and 4. Thursday, refine the lesson titles and sequence. Friday, review the outline and identify what needs to be created next week. Now, the week is no longer abstract. It's visible. It's clear. It's finally executable. And here's another step that most people skip. Put the work on your calendar. A task sitting in a notebook, a project management app, or the back of your mind is still competing with everything else in your life. A scheduled task has a place. It has a beginning. It has a boundary. And it has a real chance of actually getting done. Here's a brutal truth. Your calendar reveals your actual strategy. You can say a project matters. You can feel it matters. You can think about it constantly. But if it doesn't have protected time on your calendar, it doesn't have a reliable path to reality. So schedule the work before the week begins. Choose the priority, choose the weekly win, break it into actions, then put those actions where they belong. You'll still have interruptions. Real life doesn't stop. Unexpected things will come up. The goal isn't to have a perfect week. The goal is to have a week where the most important work has a protected place. And that is the work that gets done. When something unexpected happens, don't abandon your plan. Adjust strategically. Move the task. Reduce the scope if you have to. But protect the weekly win. A 90-day goal isn't completed through one heroic day. It's completed through a series of focused weeks. Focused weeks come from clear priorities, and clear priorities start with one decision. What deserves my attention right now? Choosing the right 90-day goal is so important. Determine your 90-day goal by looking at which one out of all of your ideas deserves your best energy, time, and focus. Then commit to that one goal. In the Create framework, that one goal is called the primary quest. Your primary quest is what you focus all your time, energy, resources, and attention on for a specific amount of time. And in this case, it's 90 days. Place all your other ideas that were not chosen on a document called the future list. By placing your other ideas on a future list, it helps you protect your newly chosen work and all your ideas from any urgent distraction that comes up. This reduces your primary quest from having to compete with every distraction and possibility that show up. Now, when new ideas appear, and they will keep appearing, you don't have to let them take over your week. Use your future list. Capture the new idea. Transfer it. Protect it. Then return to the work you've already chosen. You see, the goal isn't to stop having ideas. The goal is to let one important idea lead long enough to actually become completed, to become real. So, here's your assignment for today. Choose one 90-day goal, just one. That goal becomes your primary quest for the next 90 days. Write down what done looks like. Identify the 3 monthly milestones. Then look at the milestone for month 1. Choose one weekly win. Then break it down into small, concrete actions. Put those actions on your calendar. Then let the week prove what you're capable of. Return and repeat 12 more times. If this episode has resonated with you, can you do me a quick favor? If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below with your new primary quest. If you're listening on the audio feed via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Audible, leave a quick review. It helps me get this message out to more independent creatives just like you. And if you want to see how the rest of this framework can help you build the creative business of your dreams, click the link in the description and register for our free weekly training. I'm Bill Walker. This is Focus, Finish, Grow. Choose what matters, do the work, build momentum, and I'll see you in the next episode.